Hey everybody, and welcome this week to Rebuild 2. We're opening things up here with the first 2 minutes or so with post-commentary, as there were some minor audio peaking issues in my initial take. Regardless, welcome. I played the first Rebuild, and we're playing the second Rebuild now, which they're both sort of acting as a primer to eventually play the third game, The Gangs of Deadsville. This version of Rebuild 2 is kind of weird, because it has a lot more content, but also a lot more bugs, because there was the original Rebuild 2 Flash game, and then there was a mobile port of that game which had some new content, and then this is a PC port of that mobile port. As such, opening up here, you actually can't change the name of your character or later the name of your city because it anticipates input from a phone's keyboard and not your computer's keyboard, so we can change the look and the gender of our character here and choose to either begin the game in spring or winter. You can choose winter for some added challenge, and while we'll see winter in this playthrough, we will be starting in spring. You can also choose between a bunch of starting items, and I'll just simply be choosing the dog out of all of them. There are different sizes of the map that you can pick here. I'll just be picking big because there are rumors on the Steam discussion page that this port's huge setting is bugged and won't spawn all the elements of the map that there normally are, which are required for certain endings. So, and for the difficulty, we'll be picking challenging, something not too easy and not too hard. And with that, I leave you with the original commentary. Please enjoy. But here we are, opening up. So I should go ahead and explain the UI elements here real quick. So 6 out of 10. 6 is how many survivors we have. 10 is how many that we can store in total, how many we can have in our community. We have 50 food and we're losing 3 a day. So that's what allows us to maintain our community. People, our happiness meter here will begin to go down, and then people will begin to starve if we don't have food. This is the kind of danger hazard a little bit. It calculates the number of surrounding zombies versus the number of defenders we have, how much defense we have from our defenses we have built around buildings that give us defenses boosts, like the police station does passively, for example, give us like a plus 15 defense boost. Up at the top, this is how many, how best to put it, like squares that we have that are our own. So like if I capture the farm, for example, it'll give us plus 2 squares. If I capture the hospital, it'll give us plus 1. If the city is actually almost a little over twice as big as the maximum you can see here, but we can still capture all the tiles. This is just for the sake of a victory, a specific victory in the game. And then finally, happiness. Getting a super high happiness doesn't help anything in this game, but getting a very low happiness can begin to hurt you, and survivors can leave and bad events can happen. So how do we actually play the game? So you'll notice it's tiled, so it's like a turn-based strategy, and we have 6 survivors with which to do stuff. So let's open up the big farm, which is right next to us. We have here, the important notes up at the top are the number of survivors that are here, because in some places like this, well, actually, let's do this. Where's somewhere nearby? The hospital doesn't have any survivors. Then we can compare the food to, because the second slot, there's no food here to scavenge, but here there's lots of food. And then finally, the last thing that we have to look at is the number of zombies here. This place is safe-ish, so not very many zombies. Now, you can see underneath here, we can do different things like scout the area, but the adjacent tiles have already all been scouted. Recruit survivors if there's survivors located there. Scavenge for supplies, which will give us most of the time food, but sometimes special little equipment items, which we can actually see. Like I've got a dog equipped here, and I can re-equip him, Barksley the dog. He gives us half a scavenging point, half an attack point. What else is there? Okay, and then kill zombies, which is what we need to do before we're able to reclaim an area. And so our job, as you know, whatever, is to go out and kind of consume the world a little bit and grow in sort of like a very basic way of understanding it. So firstly, this is actually a very nutrient rich spot. It's got survivors, it's got supplies, and it's a big farm, so that will produce a lot of food whenever we eventually capture it. Now, if we capture a slot and there is a survivor in it, they will move to an adjacent slot probably further away from you. If it has food in it, we get half of the food that was there whenever we captured it. So let's say that there's 10 food here. If I bother to scavenge for supplies, it'll give us all 10 food, no problem. If I take it over, it will give us 5 food instead. So anyway, let's start this off with some examples. I'm going to go and recruit a survivor. I'm just going to send 2 people. We're going to kind of gamble a little bit. Actually, can I send somebody? Yeah, let's just send Logan Hellman. In the meantime, I'm also going to capture the nearby hospital, because on the off chance that any of our survivors get hurt, they can heal up there a little bit quicker than they can do just generally anywhere else. And we were able to successfully recruit a Mr. Rogers, a scientist. That's very nice for us. Now, if I can, I would like to go ahead and also move towards capturing this here, because this is going to solve any potential food problems that we have in the future, at least for the time being. I'm being a little bit presumptuous there. Okay, so over time, randomly in the night, we'll get attacked by zombies. This was like one of those cases. Now, you'll notice the danger meter sometimes will, fluctuate up and down, and again, it is calculating that every turn. It'll make more sense once I get some turns under my belt as the zombie presence grows larger. Let's see, what else did I like to do? I would like to go ahead and reclaim this. Now, a thing I haven't really talked about yet is you can see the survivor skills here, right? Let's use our main character for an example. He has 1 offense. He has half a point in scavenging. So offense is how good we do combat-wise. Now, it says offense, but it actually works for defense, too, if you have him placed in a defensive role, like guarding the perimeter. Half a point in scavenging, that's pretty simple. That's the scavenging mechanic we talked about. Science is whenever we eventually get a laboratory, we have a tech tree we can research. Building is, building up the nearby fortifications and replacing buildings. Like we can like build hospitals if we have just kind of dreck buildings sitting around. And then finally we have leadership, which as I understand it in this game is just used for recruiting, which is okay for me. Anyway, I'm going to again send 2 people out for recruiting, and I think I'm going to just capture the school next. It's very important, especially early on, that we bother to capture and expand as best we can. So now you can see up at the top we've got a 4% hazard. So this has a kind of dual relationship with danger. I don't know the hard and fast rules of it, but some like basic rules of thumb are like, up to about 20%, you'll probably get an injured or dead survivor. Anything higher than 20%, you'll probably lose a tile, and anything like over 40%, you'll probably lose 2 tiles in an attack if you lose. So the numbers are calculated again. So like right now, I have a 4% chance of a survivor getting injured. Then if I had 15, I would have a 15% chance of a survivor being injured or killed. And then if I had like a 35, I would have a 35% chance whenever the zombies hit of losing 2 tiles. So I hope I don't confuse you, but it's actually kind of complicated in that it works in 2 sort of ways. Both what you have a chance of losing and what that chance is. So we successfully recruited here. I'm going to scavenge, or I'm going to get a survivor from the All Mart. And I think we're good to go from there. So Madman, we've got random events here I haven't really talked about yet because I haven't really had an interesting one. This one, a nutcase scaled the walls yesterday and attacked a Logan Hellman who was forced to shoot him. This is just like a random chance thing. Sometimes this event has a chance of leaving somebody injured or I think dead, but dead is extremely rare. Alright, now it's time to hyper expand now that I've been able to successfully sort of recruit a lot of people. Let's see, and then I'll send these guys there. That leaves me with 3 tiles being captured, 2 being attacked. That's very good. And luckily enough, we had nothing happen, which is better than something happening. Negative, right? Okay, we had a 3% chance of danger. I kind of changed my bellwether for like when we should be out scavenging and stuff like that, and how many people I leave behind and shit as the game kind of goes on. So there's no hard and fast rules. Just kind of use your best judgment for that. So we get introduced to a very friendly character named Gustav the Trader. It's a merchant who came by today, and his first event with you, he will trade some random trinkets you have laying around your base, so like miscellaneous shit, and you get food for it. Now you don't actually give up anything, so don't worry about that. We captured the hospital, so now people will be able to heal quicker, and we expanded the walls around that farm, and we are net 0 on food. And we also took out the zombies in 2 locations, so I can begin reclaiming those. So I think it would lend itself to us for me to bother to scout out a lot of the nearby areas, just so I have a better bearing for where I should be expanding and stuff, and also where there might be survivors nearby, and once again where I should be expanding towards them. Nice, we got survivors there, some farms, and that's another thing we're looking for. Basically, you will not see me snub my nose at suburbs or farms. Those pretty much are always like an insta-take for me, because they, like, suburbs give us food, and I'm sorry, farms give us food and suburbs give us me places to recruit survivors, or to put them after they've been recruited, because that's how you can obviously expand the number of survivors that you can house. So like suburbs, which you can build yourself if you have the right tiles for them. Apartments, sometimes you can build those too. Anyway, we were attacked. What was our percent? Ooh, 8%. We're getting up there a little bit. Nobody died. We killed most of them before they even got to the walls. And thankfully, nobody got hurt. We managed to harvest some extra food this week from our farm. So we got a very lucky event there in plus food. So that is awesome. Was I thinking anything else? I should see how many. I got 2 survivors free, but they aren't really built to do much. Maybe, actually... Nah, I don't want to do that just now. We'll have these guys scout that. Ooh, actually, though, we're at 17% danger, so I'm going to go ahead and have them both scout, because you'll very rarely have to deal with zombie attacks back to back. But okay, so after you've met Gustav, you get this event here, the Last Judgment Gang. They're like an evil kind of gang. They're bikers dressed like Catholic priests who spout gospel, and they gun down humans and zombies alike. And they robbed us of 10 food. So we got 14 food from Gustav, and we lost 10 food to them. Anyway, I think it is time for me to reclaim some adjacent areas, and now that we're reclaiming adjacent areas, I'm going to recruit survivors yet again, and I need to start expanding towards these suburbs that I bothered to scout earlier. And I've got 1 survivor back at the base who should be defending. I might just put them on, I don't really, well, you know what, let's just put them on permanent guard duty. It make me feel a little bit better. Okay, so danger was 12%. We're getting up day by day, but we smoked them this time. So the zombie condition. There's some controversy over a book somebody's been writing called The Zombie Condition, where the author glorifies the disease as a gift, which upsets some people. Should we ban the book? So we need this for a particular ending. A lot of people don't really know where to start or begin or to hold off on this ending. I'll kind of walk you through it. Should we ban the book? No. Let this go ahead and run. We get a happiness boost from it, and we'll talk about it a little bit later on. But that is not the last time that person or that event is going to kind of appear here. So I'm trying not to expand necessarily on slots where there are survivors, but I'm not going to be able to hold off for too much longer. Looking around, I think I might end the day. Did I? No. Was I attacking anywhere else? I might have somebody scout, actually. Let's see. We'll scout there, and we'll scout out of the bank. Yeah, we're up to 23% danger. Okay, so this is a love caravan. I'm going to be doing both sides of this because there's no, like, real difference in it. The later games actually let you recruit from the love caravan. But, so we can hire the love caravan, which is about probably what you assume it is. It's a convoy mini buses filled with mattresses and women. We'll pay 15 food. It gives us a happiness bonus. I'm going to choose to do no next time just so that you can see what that looks like. It's a bit superfluous unless you need the happiness boost, so nice. We reclaimed the apartment, and that means I can send more people out to recruit here soon. I should do the adjacent places, actually, considering that, damn, not that one. I should do adjacent places, considering I would like to expand to them eventually. A lot of zombies in this area, 13 of them, damn, and that leaves us pretty well defenseless. Okay, we'll risk it and see how things go. Nice. So that I could probably send somebody on a little recruiting job, and as I said, I want to recruit places that are adjacent. All right, so we got bonus food from the farms. A church has been reclaimed. Some zombies have been killed. Oh, nice, and our recruitment was a success. So I'll go ahead and reclaim this area. And this was an area, yes, that I had killed zombies in before. This is kind of nice. We're building a little bit in a specific direction here. Like, we're not going left and right. We're kind of going up and down a little bit, but that's just fine. There's no real reason not to do that. It's just an observation that I'm kind of making here. Okay, pushing upwards. We don't have any more space for to recruit people just yet. So, and then I'm going to send some people out to scout. Let's see. I'll send Mrs. Smith. Okay, we're at 21% danger, so I'll hold off. Cabin in the Woods. So this starts another chain of endings again that you might not be familiar with because it wasn't in the Flash version of this game. But this is another ending that we can build for. Just go ahead and click yes. It's about a cabin that your uncle had out in the woods, and you're like talking about like, you know, should I run away to it and stuff. So yeah, just go ahead and click yeah. Again, we won't like make any super decisive decisions that hurt anything until, some time later. Okay, so how are we doing? We got 14% hazard, which is really, really bad for us. I think I might just let a day rotate by. How many people do I have idle for? Whatever. What can you do? Okay, zombies are people too. Local writer Brock Perry, who is finished another book. This is the character who wrote the book before. He wants to open a church where he can preach. Should we let him? Yep, go ahead and let him. Again, so that guy wrote one book, and now he's wrote another one. He's like, I would like to have a church. Can I have one? He opens up Church of the Chosen One. So we'll let him. Really, the church isn't the part that kind of stinks giving it to him. The thing that kind of stinks is actually that you lose the survivors, especially this early. But hey, what can you do? We are going to reclaim these areas where we sent zombies to earlier. Damn. And I think I will... Shit. I think I'm going to need to expand into these. Unfortunately, we're going to have to push these survivors back, which I don't necessarily like to do, but what can you do? It needs to be done. 23% danger. That's not great. Okay, cool. So this is the final faction that we'll run into called the Rifts. Some strangers calling themselves the Granville Rifts. These guys are based off of the Rifts from the movie... shit. What's it called? Wow, I really can't remember that movie. The Warriors. That's right. About the gangs in New York, I think it was. They rolled up to Richmond to help with our little zombie problem. So these are like martial artists, like kind of like karate type guys a little bit, and they kill like zombies kind of around, and they're like good guys a little bit. They're like, so we're that last Judgement gang is like bad guys. These guys, the Rifts, are good guys. So our character was able to find our uncle's old house. It's perfect up on a hill, easy to see anyone or anything sneaking up on you. There's only room for one person, so we won't be able to bring anybody with us. This is a solo mission for this inning, and if I'm gonna hide out there, we'll have to collect some supplies first. So anyway, I think I'm good to let another turn roll by. Illness was cured. So there's a random event that somebody will show up like sick with a disease. And if you don't have a hospital, then they'll just get knocked out for a couple of turns. But thankfully, because we do have a hospital, we were able to treat them. Okay, police station reclaimed. Very nice. We've got a police station and a farm reclaimed in that. So we're actually very positive on food. The only thing we're not positive on, or like flush to the gills with, is really places to house people. Let me see. I'm kind of looking around where there might be survivors and stuff. I think what I'm going to do is go on a mass scouting sort of joint. Okay, we'll scout, and I'll let my number here at the top in hazard go up to 20% because I'm only going to have these guys out of here for a turn. So that I can afford. We're at 16%. I'm out of survivors that I can use anyway. Okay, nice. The gambler's here. This is kind of an interesting event. It's a roulette, he says, but you can either win or lose, and it's 50-50. So we're going to gamble some of our supplies for it. It's 10 supplies for one chance. So we won 10 food. Very nice. Luck is on our side. So another 10 food. And we won another 10 food. And we lost 10 food. Now, we're at 40 food, 1 overall. But you're like, okay. We have won food 4 times, and we've lost it once, so we're at plus 30, but it considers us to have won 40 food. When we win 50 food in total, we get an item instead, and that item is Mooch the Cat. So I can equip Mooch the Cat to somebody. He's actually kind of like our dog, but a little bit better in that regard. Because I think he gives every stat a boost. We'll give Logan Hellman. He seems to be doing good. Actually, every stat but offense, which is just fine with me. Now, what was I thinking? Okay, so we have a lot of adjacent areas scavenged, scouted. And I see we've got a graveyard here. I'm going to send some of my best men to take that out. And what about not the mall, not right now. I do kind of need to continue expanding this way. Wow, we actually have a lot of adjacent places that make it a little bit hard for me to decide where I should even be expanding towards. Okay, nice. Dia de los Muertos. Isn't that the Day of the Dead? Anyway, so they want to throw like a party, like food to throw a party for the Mexican Day of the Dead celebration, honoring those who passed. Can we spare 30 food? So here you say absolutely not. They will keep asking, and the tree for the Church of the Chosen pauses right here. We say absolutely not, and we keep saying that over and over again until we're ready to progress that. And there's another thing we can do to progress it, and you want to choose to do neither of those. But again, I'll warn you before we would do them. Just keep following my advice so far. Okay, so I'm going to build defenses. Uniquely, this building here, the All-Mart, can be boarded up, so you can put defenses on it, which is nice. I'm also going to build a farm here with Scotty Stewart. I know that we kind of need more suburbs, more buildings, more than anything, but that's fine. We fought the gang off when they tried to raid us last night, the last Judgment gang. One of them didn't even have a weapon. He was just reading from his Bible. Well, I can't imagine that did much damage to us. Even spiritually, because these guys are dickheads. Okay, so now I have to reclaim a couple of these areas where I sent people out to kill earlier. I'm just picking the lowest statted people, that way that they don't get... that way I don't tie up like a level 6 combat person in there. And we're coming up on a laboratory, which I would really like to... maybe even build towards. Okay, we'll take out the zombies at that mall, and maybe I'll take out the zombies at the nearby malls. But I don't really have the stats to do that one. Damn it. Okay, maybe we'll take the zombies out at this area. Okay, I think that this is a fair sort of setup here. We were attacked at night. We actually had a pretty high danger rating, 20%, another easy victory. So we'll see. Yeah, because despite that, it can still tell you that people get injured, and that looks like it was. Omar Smith was injured. So in conjunction with the ending for the cabin, where we run away to our cabin, we can steal medical supplies from Omar. We're going to choose to do that. This game features a very confusing kind of series of endings, but a lot of the endings in this game, we'll pretend in my mind that there are 10 endings, right? I would say 7 of them are all time dependent. It means that you have to wait for time to go by and events to happen. Whereas normally you could just do the events of an ending, right? Like capture the whole city or like build a building that you need to or something like that to get an ending. Well, in this game, time has to pass for certain endings, and that makes the time that has to pass slower. Okay, so anyway, that person got injured there. I don't want to confuse you. We're going to have several examples of this as we continue on, so don't worry about that. Suburb reclaimed 2. Oh wait, the mission canceled down here. Shit, that's right. Because that person got injured. That is correct. Okay, so I'm going to send, even though we're at 25% danger, like I said, I very rarely ever get attacked back to back. We killed a lot of zombies in the adjacent areas, so... I'm thinking here, am I going to get some guys freed up next turn? I'll get a guy freed up next turn. Oh, nice, and we got attacked. So good thing I didn't send anybody out anyway last night. Nobody died. We killed most of them before they even got to the walls, and nobody got hurt. A zombie horde has been sighted. So now so many zombies have spawned on the map that a zombie horde has been sighted, and as you might imagine, it's a horde of zombies that are slowly going to work their way towards us. Also built the defenses on the All-Mart down here, so that's really nice. Yes, I wanted to reclaim some of the adjacent areas. So we did that area, and I would like to reclaim the mall before that horde gets here, but really, that is probably not going to happen. In the meantime, I'm going to recruit survivors. Very nice. And I'll let this roll because we're already at 9% hazard. So nice. The rifts came by and cleaned out the zombie population nearby. They killed 14 zombies near us. We built a farm, which is good. We're very plus food. We also have a lot of slots to, well, not a lot. We got 2 slots to recruit, but that's a fair amount, I think. 95% chance to succeed in this mission. 14% chance to get injured on this mission. Damn, this kind of sucks. I wish I could, wow, I can't swap these guys out for some reason. That's okay. Let's go ahead and scout a couple of nearby slots too, just kind of while I'm, don't really have anybody doing anything important. The Granville Rifts came by. I accidentally ended the turn, but that's okay. Apartment reclaimed. So we reclaimed an apartment. The graveyard was reclaimed. That's very good. And we recruited 2 new people to our base. Some survivors were spotted in the nearby farm. Wow, actually, I don't know that I've ever had like farm, suburbs, and forests spawn this densely in this specific spot before. So that's kind of interesting. How close is... Yeah, we got time. We got time before that horde hits, so... okay, so then I send another 3. We're at 12% hazard. Maybe I should see if I can... Yeah, I don't have anybody ready to recruit, but that's fine. Okay, so... What about the mall here? Maybe I should send, like, just a shit ton of people out to try and take that mall. We're at 25% hazard. Nice. The love caravan's back. I'm just going to say, nah, we're good. Like I said, it only boosts happiness, and I don't know, if you needed it and you had a lot of food, you could do it. I don't care for it. Kind of a waste of food in the entirety of the thing. So we captured the grocery store. We can change the grocery store into a number of places: an apartment, a bar, hospital, school, or laboratory. Kind of shame I don't have a level 5 builder ready to go, or I would just have him build a laboratory for us. Okay, and a graveyard church. Brock Perry and the Church of the Chosen Ones built a church on our oldest graveyard. All right, I didn't even know really that they could do that, but, you know, again, color me surprised. We have... Okay, why can't we... Oh, the people are celebrating. Shit. Okay, I didn't even know you could do that. But anyway, they built a church there, and the people are celebrating now. Yikes, did not know that they could do that. So the Horde is right at our walls now. Our soldiers are so badass, even the Rifts are impressed. We went on a zombie killing derby today to show off our skills. Very nice. And we were able to reclaim them all. All right, so I'm going to send people out to reclaim a lot of these slots where we killed zombies earlier. Okay, that's good. Nope. I'm trying to, because I don't quite remember where all we killed stuff at. And I'm going to leave these other survivors who normally I would send out to attack places to help defend against this horde, because if you just have them, like 11 idle defenders, they'll get added automatically onto the defense of your area. So, okay, very nice. We had a horde attack, and we didn't really... I didn't figure we would run into much trouble there. Nice, the city is growing. We're at 25 out of 50 tiles, so we just got a small little happiness bonus there. Now that we have had the horde slam into us, what should I do? Should I scout? Should I attack places? I think I'm going to... let me think for a second. Well, I think we're going to do a half and half here. I'm going to... Let me see if I got... Oh, I can recruit survivors. Let me see if there's anybody nearby that has a two survivors in there. Nice. These guys do. Okay, cool. I'm going to send those guys off, and I want to scout the laboratory because that... Oh, my God. That can make your life so easy. I guess maybe it isn't even getting to be a half and half. It's just going to be a wholesale scout. I want to do adjacent slots and oncoming, like, areas that I'm going to expand towards, like here, up there. We'll need to go towards the All-Mart. We'll scout the suburb, not taking it out, not just yet. You can still conduct these other missions without having scouted them. You just get a hella debuff to your ability to. Damn it, the last Judgment gang came in and stole 60 food. That's crazy. And hurt John Steele. Now, was John Steele alone? He was, of course, to scout. Okay, at least we were able to recruit those people like I wanted to and scout most of the nearby areas, and the place that got stopped scouting was not the laboratory. So, okay, I'm going to clean that area out. I'm going to kill a lot of these little adjacent zombie areas. Maybe we should do the police. Actually, getting a couple of these police barracks might help us out a lot. Shit, but I didn't scout there. How unfortunate. The bank also counts as like a little place that would help. They got a real chance, 11% of being hurt. And we got a zombie sighting coming from the northeast. To celebrate the Richmond rebuilding progress, some people organized a zombie shootout. Cool. And we reclaimed the big farm, so we're very plus on food and suburbs, so we can again recruit as soon as I have people sat aside to do just that. Now, I think I'm going to wait another turn before I bother to rebuild anything. Dia de los Muertos. So we're going to not do this one again. So we just keep saying no to that. Zombie cage fights. This is just a straight happiness plus if you choose to do it. So might as well. I'm sorry. I didn't explain it. My bad. I'm getting all confuzzled here. I'm just so used to replaying this game. Can I maybe just go back? So basically it was 3 zombies, and it asks, like, you know, do we retain their dignity by not having them fight each other? Or should we have zombie cage fights, strap food to them and make them fight each other? And we chose to do just that, make them fight each other. Now we have reclaimed them all, got some food, got some tiles, killed those zombies. We need to get that laboratory going, no doubt. Starting off, we'll reclaim the bank for the defense boost, then the laboratory, and then I think the police station was good to go. Yeah, yes, it sure is. And the trailer park area we can get rid of as well, or reclaim as well, not just get rid of. Considering that the horde is out there, I'm thinking what to do. We might just see another scouting day, considering that the horde is on the come up, but not quite here yet, and it will be here tomorrow. So if I can get away with it, I'm going to scout here. I don't know how that'll work out with the upcoming zombie horde, but we'll see. And I guess we'll just scout where we can. These guys don't really have the greatest of stats across the board, so I'm not too worried just having them kind of go out and scouting what the hell ever is nearby. All helps, because we'll have to eventually scout the tiles anyway. It all helps eventually, so alright, that looks good to me. Let's see. Nice. The mission was canceled, so we did not scout the police station, but we got hella scouting done all around. I'm going to kind of skip through these. It's just all going to be survivors and food, so nothing to be surprised about. Now, the zombie horde is here. I'm going to send these two out. I think if that doesn't, yeah, that doesn't change the chances too much, just so that we can get recruiting done while we get attacked by zombies. 15% chance of danger, nobody died, that's good. We recruited two, and nobody got hurt, nothing really happened there, so that's for the best. I'm going to scout there, and was there anything else I wanted to do, like, right offhand that I can think of? I don't think so, so let's just do some general kill zombies, scout around. I'm trying to, like, math as best as possible, not easy as possible, as best as possible to, you know, not just have a lot of overflow from offense that we send out to places, so that, you know, I don't want to set overkill. That's the word we're looking for today, is overkill. I could probably go ahead and take those guys out. Oh, and I accidentally ended the day again. I'm getting bad with that little clicky finger. The Riffs came out to play today. Oh, that's a very funny play on that movie. Come out to play, yay. Damn, I haven't actually seen that movie. I played the game, the Warriors game, but I've not seen the movie, and I'm itching to watch it. Don't worry. The bank has been reclaimed, so we got a defensive bonus, and the lab has been reclaimed, and the police station has been reclaimed. So we're doing well all across the board now. These guys are all kind of, I might send these three to research because they've got particularly low stats and everything. So researching, how does it work? Well, it's a tree, right? Like most research trees kind of are, where you'll research something and then maybe you'll research two things and they'll let you research another new thing that isn't related to these. Signaling increases the chance for of recruiting survivors, like passively, like you'll put signals up and then survivors will come and be like, hey, I saw your signals. Zombie vitals makes killing zombies easier, gives like everybody like a bonus against zombies. Preservation, get more food from scavenging and stop it from going bad. We don't necessarily need that right now, and watchtowers are a defensive building. Now, I think I'm just going to go for zombie vitals just to get a general boost across the board, and I think otherwise we're good to... Oh, shit. Hold up. We got... I think I'm going to let a day go by because I've got a lot of builders but no defensive men. That was a thick-um day. 22% danger. I can't imagine this goes good. Had to get our hands dirty. So somebody probably got injured, I would guess. The farms aren't producing as much food this season, so this is a negative event. We got minus 45 food, but that's just fine because we actually have like way more plus food than we kind of need. So, okay, killed the zombies in and around that I needed to. I'm going to send out my guys to scavenge. I don't quite remember where all I killed zombies at, so I'm just going to kind of, just sweep a little bit. I'm sure that it had to be somewhere adjacent, and I'm sure it would have to be places I cared to kill zombies at. I can't remember if I did anything on this side or not. Don't think so. Okay, very nice. We're at 20 out of 22. Should I maybe just have... Yeah, we'll just do like this. Okay, so that's almost like a guaranteed recruit, and we'll look at taking out zombies nearby. I guess I could take out... Damn. Wow, these zombies are getting pretty thick for how many survivors we're having to use on them and stuff. Like, this one here took 4 people. This one here, damn, 2 is not going to cut it. Okay, I'll leave those 2 on defense then. Okay, passing. So stash at the bank. So we can now use banks to stash food towards the cabin ending. You can store food, and it will remove it from the overall like food count that we have. And that will contribute towards that ending, but we're not ready to progress towards it just yet, so I'm going to hold off on that. The recruitment here was a success, so that's very nice. I guess we shouldn't be too surprised. I might just have... Is this a place I can... Where was I even attacking? Here? Okay. I'll just go ahead and take that place out. Those zombies nearby are, of course, troublesome. Nice. And the bank has a teletype machine, which works as a hotline to Gustav. So Gustav is supposed to periodically act like somebody who can... let me put somebody on reclaiming the walls here. Gustav is supposed to act as somebody who like periodically comes to you with trades, but we can actually hotline him now. And he says, so we call him up on the teletype machine. He has a sledgehammer for 20 food. That's a fair trade. I believe believe the sledgehammer works as a... Shit, I can't equip them. Okay, I'll show you next turn. Okay, level 10 soldier. Wow, very nice. We just hit level 10 soldier. And we got a zombie horde to the southeast, but I'm not overly concerned about that. A hospital has been reclaimed, suburbs been reclaimed. We can just, I guess, keep expanding. So let's look at... I don't think I killed anything nearby. Let me use some of my builders to build like an apartment there, because these buildings are just useless, the grocery store, once they've been kind of looted of items. And I'm looking around to see if there's anywhere else that we could... potentially, yeah, it really doesn't look like it. Damn, that's kind of weird. Let's do a recruitment mission up there, and maybe we should build into the suburbs here. And we still have the horde coming, but I'm not overly concerned about that, because I'm sure we'll have enough people off duty by then, off active duty. Maybe maybe that isn't the best idea to attack there just yet with the upcoming zombie horde coming towards us, and we'll take out... Nah, I don't have the stats for it. Oh, but I was saying the equipping. Sledgehammer is 1 attack, 1 repair. So that's a good enough item, right? But we're still not sending them to do anything just yet. We can call Gustav the merchant again. He has a backpack for 10 food. Sure, we'll go ahead and buy it. I guess I should show off scavenging too. I don't do scavenging, but if you need to, you can. So the last Judgment gang attacked. Thankfully, we were able to hold them off, or fend them off, rather. The graveyard's been reclaimed. Hopefully, they don't get another day where they just get to completely be off. Let me look at where I should be attacking. You know what I might do? You know what? Let's just go ahead and attack places. I was going to say... You know what? Fuck it. Let's just hold off a day. So the zombie horde is at our walls. The zombies there were killed. Zombies there were killed. Perfect. So that's enough for me to go out and reclaim these areas. Now, where was it? It was, oh, nice. The forest. Now, the forest, you can hunt for game there using your scavenging skill. I just prefer to build farms, even for the winter, as long as you don't start in the winter, because the winter, what it does is it disables all your farms. You have to scavenge for all your food, or you have to hunt for all your food. If you plan on starting in winter, you can hunt here and use it as like farms, sort of. But I've got a different strategy I like to do called hoard food. So that's what I'm going to do whenever the opportunity presents itself. So, anyway, we're reclaiming, let's see, there were 3 in total, and that more or less looks fine to me. It looks like I've done whatever I needed to. So the zombie horde should smash into us today, which is very good. We had a lot of people in defense nearby. So, okay, and the research was complete. So we're able to effectively put the, zombies back into their graves better now. Dia de la Muerto is once again being asked for, but no, we're going to say no for the time being. An apartment has been reclaimed so that we can recruit more survivors. I'm looking for another twofer if I can manage it. I doubt I'm going to get so lucky. We've been very lucky to have a lot of twofers lately. So, and I can, again, expand because I have a lot of survivors kind of ready to do just that. Like a lot of men on, like, who have very high offense stats, who are ready to, like, they aren't doing anything. That's the word I'm looking for. Jesus Christ, Italy. Okay, and we're dropping this one down precipitously. Nice. So that looks good to me. Well, of course, we have very high hazard, but we'll see what happens. Bonus food. So we got a lucky food roll for the farms. The office has been reclaimed. It's kind of, oh, I love this. Remember Dilbert cartoons? That pointy-haired boss always had me in stitches. You know, they have a fucking Dilbert cartoon, like an old one from the 90s or something. It's all available on YouTube, and I was like watching it the other day. It's not good, but you know, whatever. It's something to watch. So we've got 2 more slots to recruit people. We actually have hella people to like do jobs for us now, which is really nice. I don't know that I've ever been so flush to the gill with survivors, but we're going to make the best use out of them and have everybody scout. Now, the other thing we don't want to do, you see we're coming up on a big graveyard. We are not going to capture that. That will also progress the quest line for the cult that's in our compound right now. The cult is going to be the very last thing we do anything for. So, okay, mysterious scientist. There's a strange old guy at the gate who claims to be a doctor. He wants to use our research lab. He's twitchy and nervous and smells kind of off. Should we let him? Yeah, go ahead. Dr. Brukhionenko. This guy is named after the scientist who created, was the predecessor for modern day lung and heart pumps. His experiments were kind of crass, but I mean, you got your lung and your heart pumps for grandma now, so I guess it's nice. Anyway, I'm not trying to get too morbid there. Anyway, he's just named after a real life scientist. We'll have to find another research lab if we're going to do our own research, because he has that one indefinitely tied up. We could just, I guess, construct one if I needed to. In the meantime, I'm going to capture these places. I wanted to make sure that they weren't going to tell us that we had something else that, like, we had to do. I was also trying my best to pay attention to which places had, like, we had killed zombies at. So, okay, so we aren't actually doing fantastic on food, but we have some like nearby areas that we are going to be able to capture pretty easily. It's a shame because I just realized that I didn't have anybody back on researching stuff, and I was going to set them to today, but now we don't have a lab anymore, so that will not be happening. Okay, I'm going to capture all those tiles. I see I've still got people like kind of tangentially on the science sort of path here. Like, you know, they've got a couple points in science. I need to probably reconstruct a building into a laboratory, but I don't really see any. Most of our buildings are actually pretty useful. I could do this one. Do I have a level 5 builder? I'm sure I will here shortly. Okay, the Rifts came by and killed a bunch of zombies nearby. We reclaimed a park in a suburb, so that's good. Let's see. No, I don't have a very high level builder, apparently. I could have him build us a farm, though. Okay, I'll do just that. And was there anywhere else nearby? No, I was just, oh, well, there's a gas station. But I don't have anything I can do it for either. So, in the meantime, since I have all those people kind of sitting around doing nothing, I'm going to have them on, no, not soldier training. I'm going to have them on scientist training. Everybody who has a scientist tag. Oh, one too many. Okay, who should I do then? Let's just do, let's do these three. Those three look good. Okay, and so they will periodically, every couple of turns, get some science EXP, so that's nice. We are growing out our city, which is very nice, and we have killed zombies, which is very nice. Oh, man. We're going to reclaim some of these areas. Very cool. Oh, damn it. Yeah, let's cancel that one. That guy has way too high skills in attack to be doing that kind of Drek work. This will help us out on food production, having all these farms. Okay, nice. We're capturing there. We can get another school going. And wow, I didn't realize that we had killed so many zombies across the map there. That's very nice. Okay, we'll have Bruce Russell reclaim that, and maybe I'll just go ahead and have my guys just, whoever's left, just clear out a couple more camps of zombies. Kill these ones here. Where else should we? I guess I could expand to this. Well, let's kill this area of zombies, and just anywhere really nearby that I have scavenged already is what I'm thinking. Now, unfortunately, our hazard is really high. I kind of am worried. Yeah, should have known. 35% danger. Wow, it happened so fast. We lost Mrs. Smith and they took the suburb. Damn, we lost 2. Okay, so we lost the suburb, which is livable. Mrs. Smith died, which sucks. Love Caravan's back. Nah, I'm good on keeping my food. Zombie hordes spotted in the north. The park has been reclaimed, field reclaimed, warehouse reclaimed. The training is complete, I guess. They took an extremely condensed chemistry 101, it said. Okay, keep taking it. Keep taking those classes, please. I'm debating what I want to do now because that kind of sucks. Wow, we're at 25% danger. How many people do I have off duty? Wow. The people I actually have off duty are like all builders, which is not, it's not bad. It's where I kind of want to be in this game, is like, you know, having a lot of builders and stuff, but like, damn. Okay, we're at 34%. Okay, down to 3%. All right, nice. Dr. Bruneneko needs data for his, I'm always going to pronounce his name wrong. I'm very sorry. For his secret research project, he wants us to go out in front of an approaching zombie horde and observe their behavior, preferably without getting eaten. All right, so we captured a police station. The zombies were killed there. Zombies killed there. And zombies killed there and there and there and there. All right, let's go ahead and reclaim these adjacent slots. We're going to use, of course, whoever we have that are the lowest stats. We'll do here as well. Let's see, I'm aiming for Dr. Phoenix, and we'll capture the All-Mart. So to progress the science, quest line, we're going to have to get out in front of a zombie horde. So what I'm going to do is send the killing squads out to these 2 adjacent tiles, and whichever one that they go towards is going to be the one that we get the data for. So we were attacked. I left those guys purposefully on guard duty. The fort held. Nobody had to get their hands dirty. Thank God nobody was killed, or people had to get their hands dirty. So we got the horde research for the doctor. Some of the zombies seem to be communicating, leading the dumber ones to us. That actually builds on to the next game, so that's kind of neat. We built a farm, and the training was complete here. So I'm going to, one last time, I think, have these scientists kind of, science things up for us. Where do I have our... This must be where I have the laboratory being built. Yes. And where else? I'm sure I had another, a gas station ready to go. But I don't have builders ready to go, so that's okay. The zombie horde is here, so we're just going to hold off. Nice. Danger was 17%. Oh, they broke through. They had to ban XOR gas. That's very funny. The gang's bike engines are so loud. So the last Judgment gang is back here. Good thing, because we had plenty of warning since we had so many guards on duty. The zombies attack and take the gas station from us. And there's a heliport there. So this is another ending we can work towards. I do want to capture that tile since I bothered to have people go there and attack it. The zombies were killed there. It looks like there were 100 there, which is kind of crazy. Where did I attack anywhere else? I feel like I attacked somewhere up here, but maybe I'm misremembering, or maybe down here. Whatever, it's not a big deal. Anyway, we want to... So this helicopter is all fine and dandy. We want to capture it so that we can escape the city. We got 2% hazard right now, and I'm thinking how best to go about this. I guess maybe I'll just have my guys kind of clean up down towards this left side since we have it mostly scouted. I don't know. It's something to work towards for the time being. We'll kill the zombies at the bank, and I think by the next turn we should have a lot more defenses too. So we're at 19%. We're down to 7%, but that's not exactly wholesale true because we probably have a lot of people who are off work duty now. Some of our many leaders have started volunteering their free time at the Church of the Chosen Ones. Well, that's very nice. A farm has been reclaimed, another farm has been reclaimed, a school reclaimed, very nice, suburbs reclaimed, and we built a laboratory. And I think with that, as a matter of fact, our training is complete on our scientists, so I can have them go about and do other things. So I kind of like to... so this is like a level 2 tech since we researched zombie vectors earlier. I like to research all level 1 techs like signaling, preservation, watchtowers, all kind of in the same go. I don't know. It just like gives you big bonuses early. You don't have to wait for later bonuses because they take longer, of course. Wow. I actually have a lot of builders now. I'm just thinking because I wasn't really expecting that. Maybe I should put them on soldier training, you think? Nah, maybe not. Maybe I'll just have these guys build us like farms, suburbs. I'll wait for my my main character and some leaders to get time off work to go do some more recruiting. Let's see, we're at 11%. I think I'm going to just kind of go out and about and scout some random areas nearby. I'm trying to keep from scouting the whole city because I want to show you something interesting about the helicopter ending whenever I'm able to. Alright, so we're going to pass the turn. Nice, we need a city hall. We've reclaimed 50 buildings, which means we're eligible for the government ending. Next, we need a building to house our new government. Should we look for one? So we're just going to hit yes, and it will automatically show us where the city hall is at. And we need to go there if we're going to write up a new constitution. And we reclaimed a park, killed some zombies all around. It's telling us about the places that we scouted nearby, and I can set these guys to, I can now give all those builders work, I can have them reclaim the walls down there. So, nice, we've got our warriors back off duty as well. Now, I guess I could, wow, I don't really know what's best to do. I need to recruit survivors, I know that. So these guys are available, that's good. I think I'm going to just attack places that don't have survivors in them for the time being so that I can recruit those survivors potentially, if I'm able to. I'm not overly obsessed with that. I would kind of like to end with like 60 or 70 zombies, yeah, in my fort. 60 or 70 survivors, maybe. We'll see. Sometimes it doesn't square up to be that, but we'll see what happens. So the research here is complete. We're able to contact survivors now. An assistant has been demanded. The doctor, scientist who's working on something, has requested Lenka Baker to help him research. So should we let her join that weirdo? Yes, absolutely. We have to keep progressing that quest. Now, we captured the helicopter pad, and as soon as we did, somebody set fire to the fuel trucks, but the explosion almost took out the whole heliport. So we're going to have to fix the helicopter. That's going to be slow rolling, but that is an ending we are working towards. A church has been reclaimed, Big Farm reclaimed, Allmart reclaimed, and the recruitment was a success, as it has pretty well always been. We got another duo survivor joint that we can recruit down this way. I guess I'm trying my best to look at where I should be maybe expanding towards next. I really need to scout, even though I don't want to, even though I just talked about how much I don't want to scout. Let's do preservation next. I will have these guys work on preservation. That will be researched in 2 days. I guess we could kill zombies. I've got kind of people set up ready to kill some zombies. And I guess I'll go ahead and move and attack towards the mall. We're at 27% hazard. Very nice. Gustav the trader is here. We've got some broken electronics that Gustav wants, and he'll trade us either a part for the broken helicopter or the cure for zombieism. We want the cure, right? So the cure is actually maple syrup. So we want the helicopter part instead. We trade for the helicopter part. And now that moves us a step closer towards the timer on the helicopter ending. Because like I said, it takes time for some of these endings. That is one of those endings. And it moves the timer way forward if we do events related to it. So we built a farm, built the suburbs, killed some zombies. So we actually have another slot to recruit people, which is very nice. I guess, yes, let's go recruit those survivors. And I should continue. Oh, nice. This place is ready to be reclaimed as well. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just scout all the way to the left. I don't know. I really don't want to. Maybe I'll have these guys kill these zombies and stuff very nearby. Okay, 3. And I'll send my scientists on it too. Fuck it. What can you do? All right, so another turn goes by. We researched the that food upgrade. We are dinosaurs, so we have much to learn from Brock Perry. This is the cult leader. He teaches us that zombies are the chosen people and are the next evolution of humanity. So that's no good, right? Zombie horde has been sighted to the west. We reclaimed the gas station and the bar. Killed some zombies down to the south and recruited 2 new survivors. So, very nice. Anyway, I'm going to just reclaim these areas, and I think we're really fine. I would like to maybe send, because I can't just not expand, right? Like, we have to keep expanding before the zombies outpace us and, stuff like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and have all these guys just scout. Nothing else I could imagine all these low-level guys doing. Some looking around at what all tiles even need to be scouted. A lot of ones to the east. I'm kind of surprised we've hit the limit obviously on the north and south boundaries, but kind of surprised that we haven't hit I guess we're close to hitting the boundary to the west, but not necessarily to the east, or at least I haven't seen it anyway. What are we at? We're at 19% hazard. Okay. Yeah, now we're at 22. You know what? Fuck it. I'll just take this person off, and we'll sit here at 19%. Cool, so the gang was spotted. Wait, a gang was spotted. I caught sight of a couple mean-looking Last Judgment gangers. So we try and follow them back to their fort. Supposedly, this moves the Last Judgment gang timer forward. We'll just go ahead and do it. I'm not too aware of this, though. So they track them back to their fort. Once we have the resources, I say we fight back against those thieves. So we will certainly do that. The bank has been reclaimed, police station reclaimed, some zombies were killed to the east, which is good. At least that'll tell me where I need to be expanding next. And, of course, all the scouting missions were successful. And we did hit that wall to the east like I was talking about. Now, I kind of would like to keep about, honestly, 10 tiles or so with zombies in them. It's very, very, very important for us to do so, so that we can not lock ourselves out of some endings. But we'll talk about that soon enough. For now, we still have places to capture. At least I know the limits of the map at this point, so that's good for us. I'm going to go ahead and kill a bunch of these zombies that are in areas that we have scouted nearby. There's a few of them, and let's see, there's another one done, and we'll kill another bout of them. Perfect. So we're at 32% hazard. The horde is right there. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to cancel that one and hold. Okay, we'll see how we do. I saw we had 24%. We'll see if we remain lucky. No deaths. They hit our walls like a storm, and we hit back. Very cool. So the scientist has very strange noises coming from his place at night. Maybe the doctor's just having nightmares. They hear screaming in there. Yeah, I'm sure that's what it is. I'm not sure why we're just kind of letting him do his thing, but we are just letting him do his thing, so what can you do? Keeping my guys on... I don't even really need him on defense still, but whatever. Manhunt for the Saboteur. So people are crying for blood over the Saboteur. They are basically like, are we going to torture this guy and see if he confesses to it? And this is the most probable guy. Something about like a Saboteur, and like there's like 4 potential people who can be saboteurs, but what I don't understand is that the helicopter automatically spawns a saboteur. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and kill him, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to explain that quest line, but I do think if you don't kill him, it does turn out that he is the saboteur, so you kind of might as well, even though you're pulling the gun on him. You're like killing him before he's guilty, but what can you do? Something that's got to be done anyway. We are going to reclaim all these nearby areas. We have got some hella high level builders now, which is very good because these will take next to no time, and then we can have them, again, expanding somewhere quickly. Anyway, I'm trying to debate where I should leave, some of these slots open. We're really not that close to the end that I have to think about it too hard, but it is quickly approaching. Did I have scientists? Yes, I do need to do scientists on this stuff. Let's see. Let's do Watchtower. You know what? Fuck it. Actually, I'm not going to compromise myself. The buildings, like the building upgrades, I hate them. I'm probably not ever going to do those. Let's just do the radio. I thought I had another high-level scientist. Oh, you know what? It's probably somebody I killed or somebody I gave to the scientists. So, no such luck, Chuck. I guess we'll kill some of these zombies there. Now that I've got so many high-level just killing machines on my team, like, we're doing really, really well. Damn. I don't want to kill the zombies there yet because there's a lot of survivors there. I think where else should I... Yeah, okay, here's a good place for us to move down towards. I'm just trying to capture any tiles that I can that I know don't have survivors on them just yet. And really, at this point, like, survivors are becoming a semi-afterthought because... I mean, we need to capture, and that's all the places that are like nearby are places with like survivor slots on them. So our scouts spotted a woman passing near our gates and invited her in. She claims to have escaped the last Judgment gang. Should we offer her some food and hear a story? Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Once again, supposedly moves the last Judgment gang timer forward, so we might as well. The park has been reclaimed. Do I have... Okay, I do got some kind of people around that can just work on random shit. So I'm going to build a farm there. I'm going to go ahead and build a farm here. Farms are extremely important. Then we'll build an apartment there, and that is pretty well all the survivors that I have ready to go. Okay, so zombie attack. Didn't see the timer. We're at 24%. Gotcha. So they killed a person and took the farm. That sucks. And that seems to have been a scientist. I hope that's not one of our good ones. So because we've leveled up so much on our main character, his quest line related to the cabin out in the woods is the timer should be moving forward faster, but it's waiting on us to do something, so the timer is already here. Farm, motel has been reclaimed, and wanton zombies just kind of around our base have been killed. Kind of sucks that lady died. So I pretty well have always put 3 people. Yes, that was one of the scientists. At least it was the lowest level lady. That kind of sucks. I did think I recognized her. I was like, oh, surely. I think I just put that bitch to be a scientist, but I did. It was true. I don't know. I really need to scout some more, apparently. You know what I might do? Let's just go ahead and just wholesale expand out this wall anyway, like on this right side. Cadet Martin's ready to go. I'm not going to expand there. Wow, there actually is not a ton of zombies in some of these slots, which is nice for us anyway. We'll kill the zombies here. I got a feeling that that one that doesn't have very many zombies in it was somewhere that I neglected to capture after I killed everything there, which zombies can obviously come back in tiles that you have not captured after you've killed all the zombies there. So an illness came and went. Suburbs have been reclaimed, which is very nice. So I could probably send people around on a major recruiting spree. And by people, of course, I think I mean myself. The player character, anyway. I think we're going to hold off on another turn. Okay, 22% danger. That's not great. The fort held, had to get our hands dirty. Very nice. Our scientists approached the doctor to help with his research, and they say he's obsessed with studying the disease, but his methods are becoming inhumane. Ah, no, without a doubt. Okay, mall has been reclaimed, bank reclaimed. A bunch of zombies nearby are going to have been killed that I plan on... Shit, actually, I would love to... Well, hold up now. That guy can just pretty well insta-recruit by himself. Same thing here. And I think I'm going to just go out on a mad recruiting spree today, where I can. Otherwise, if there's no survivors in these adjacent slots, I'll just, you know, capture them. Recruit survivors. Let me send just a crazy amount of people here. 80... Alright, so we're back. Sorry about that. It's storming right now. I had a power outage in my area, and for the first time ever, I was able to recover the footage, but I've lost about 30 seconds of it, so, of progress. So, we'll go over it, don't worry. Level 10 builder. Somebody just hit level 10 builder, which is nice. Zombie horde spotted to the southwest. We built a farm, a recruitment success up to the north. Oh, and we actually failed we failed 2 recruitments. That's crazy considering I had these at like 95%, because I'm still not like quite sure what I've like permanently lost and what hasn't been permanently lost. But anyway, all I did was I have done some general, like, you know, capturing and stuff like that, but I went on a pretty heavy recruiting binge. Reason being is because you know, I want to kind of fill up these slots here as quick as possible. More manpower, of course, is always helpful. Okay, and I think I'm going to leave it sit for just a second, see how we do. Now, we did get attacked. We're at 13% danger, which is nice. The fort held. Last Judgment gang came through and stole 177 of our food, which is, you know, seems like more and more, but we've got so much extra food at this point, so... Anyway, reclaimed a bunch of random places, farms and apartments and just random shit. We did succeed on all recruiting attempts there, so that's nice. I'm going to clear out, those areas, and we'll clear out these ones here. We've got a lot of manpower now, so that's very nice. This is ready to be reclaimed, as well as this. Cool. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand all the way up to the north. I'll go ahead and scout here, and I forget if I have scientists working on anything. Again, since my power went out, I had to kind of restart my system here. So I do have scientists working on something. That's very nice. And I think I'll just have kind of scouts in and around all the other nearby places. So I'm going to start working towards some specific endings. We'll go ahead and look at this subway there. Start working towards some very specific endings. We'll scout these areas down here to the west, sorry. It's so weird whenever the map is tilted like this, what you might call it. We'll cancel this. Anyway, I'm working towards... I think we're going to kill that gang, and I also think we're going to expand towards the city hall so that we can get the government ending. Oh, cool, level 10 leader. Very nice. Research was complete, and as soon as we completed our research into radio, which is recruiting, we recruited 2 people, so that's very cool. The horde is at our gates, and a couple of different random places were reclaimed, and a lot of random places were scouted, so that's nice. I think I'm going to let one more turn kind of roll by. Yeah, that's what I want to do. We'll do another turn. Let another turn roll by. Danger, 14%. No deaths. They hit our walls like a storm. We hit back. Okay, cool. Steal the radio. My cabin in the woods has room for only one person, but a radio would come in useful if I ever had to call for help. I bet it'd be a week before anybody noticed if the fort's radio went missing. Should I steal it? I'll just say yeah. So I think it removes the bonus, but I've never seen any proof of that because I still have random people kind of show up. So, I mean, it's probably true. I take the game this game at its word until I hear otherwise. So, now we can reclaim these random areas, and if I don't have anybody, if I don't have Xavier working, I'm going to have him stash stolen food a couple of times. So we're going to work towards that ending, and I'm also going to, as I mentioned before, expand down towards the city hall. Let's see, we'll do a couple of these. How we doing on defense? Okay, I'm going to do this till we're at about 5% hazard. Damn it. I don't like that. I don't have some of these nearby places scouted just yet, but that's fine. Fuck, man, I can't believe I don't have... what have I been even doing, dude? Alright, anyway, we'll let it pass. So the helicopter progress has been progressing. We got plenty of building expertise in the fort now, and our builders are excited to get started fixing that helicopter once we have the tools and parts. So that's going well. Now, we have stashed away some food. I think it's like... It really doesn't feel like all that much, but it's hard for me to calculate how much food we're storing because we make so much food. And this was about like half my debate with it. Is like if you can get caught whenever you're like storing food and stuff, right? And they'll be like, hey, what are you doing? Like, you can't do that. And they'll stop you from leaving, right? And I think it's crazy, and they'll return all their food and stuff to them, but I think it's crazy because it's like, you know, I pretty well only do that at the end of the game. I'm like level 10, what do you guys care? I guess I'm stealing your food, but we're not going to do the love caravan. We got another laboratory reclaimed, and you know something I've been forgetting to do is put somebody on researching something. Killed a bunch of zombies around. We stashed more food at the bank. We'll put our character back on stashing more food, and I'm going to research into electricity, I guess. And now that I have multiple laboratories, I'm going to have multiple people research multiple things because some things just take like so much time. Like, I couldn't put all my survivors on it at level 10 researchers, and it would take one day. Like, there's a minimum amount of time that some of these places take, so might as well just have our guys just randomly working on stuff here and there. I guess I'll expand into... Whoa, easy now. I don't need to scout those. What I could do is reclaim a lot of these areas that I said I was going to. Got a lot of slots to do that with right now, I think. I could kill for here, actually. Yeah, we'll do that. And just looking, because I'm not sure, again, where all I have cleaned out nearby. I guess I could kill some of these zombies up to the northeast, just so that I can have the, like, forest tower back where zombies won't come out of. That would be really nice. Okay, and... I think we're good. I'm just going to hold it there for now. Okay, we were discovered. Oh, we were spotted while we were storing food by Gerard the Aussie. Now, he knows that we're storing away ammo and food, and he doesn't believe that, you know, no, we're not doing that. He doesn't believe us, so... We have to send Gerard the Aussie on a very dangerous mission. Now, Gerard, I have no idea where he kind of... sits on things. So, like, I don't know how powerful he is, but we'll see. Gerard the Aussie is level 5. That's 100% danger. That's a crazy mission. We have to send him away. This is part of the quest line. So, in the meantime, I'm going to stash more food, and I thought for sure that I'd killed some zombies somewhere, but instead maybe I captured some slots. I don't know. I'm not overly concerned with it right this very second. We'll reclaim there. There we go. That's at least one slot. And I think I scouted is what I did. Okay, that makes sense to me. There was something else. Oh, yes, these police stations here. I want to go ahead and clear these out of zombies so that I can get the defense bonuses on them post-haste. Okay, and we are using most of our available survivors. The Rifts came by and killed a bunch of zombies. Zombies were killed. Office has been reclaimed. Gas station reclaimed. Walmart reclaimed. The zombies were killed at the subway station. Wow, we actually killed a lot of zombies all across the map, and we stored away all the food that we have to. Now, all that there is to do is leave. This guy should die next turn. He was at 100% danger, so we'll see. I'm going to kill all the zombies at the town hall and kind of semi-capture some nearby tiles to it so that they're not really at risk of being lost. And again, speaking of killing, I thought we killed a bunch of zombies that I'll have to set our guys to reclaim some of these nearby buildings and stuff. Okay, we're good on all that. Oh yes, we can reclaim the subway. That's very nice, because that I can show you something cool about the subway whenever we reclaim it. And I think I'm going to just go ahead and scout all these areas to the southwest, I guess we'll call it, because I know a lot of these adjacent buildings weren't even scouted earlier, which has been a pain in my ass. Okay, cool. So we'll pass a turn. They're asking for Day of the Dead food again. We'll just deny them. Zombie horde sighted to the southwest. And the stash is safe because Gerard the Aussie is no more. Too bad for him, but my plans are more important. Very true. Okay, so he died. Parking lot's been reclaimed. Zombies have been killed all around, as usual. And I'm going to reclaim these areas, and I think I'm going to set out to recruit some more just kind of guys around, just to kind of fill up our slots a little bit more. Recruit all these survivors. Very nice. You know what? Fuck it. That's good. Let's just do that. Okay, all Doc Specs Green wants is to read books all day. We're going to have to put him to work at reading A Cultural History of Zombies. Should he read his helicopter repair for morons instead? So this guy's reading a book on zombies, probably like The Walking Dead or something. Should he read helicopter repair for morons instead? We'll just say yeah. So that will progress the helicopter forward, and we killed all these zombies down to the southwest and reclaimed most of those buildings that I wanted to the northeast, and recruited the survivors that I wanted to. So we're actually doing very, very well. I could... damn it. It's very unfortunate that the horde made its way here, like, right in time. Actually, yeah, this place is infested, so I think I'm just going to try to recruit there before the zombies get there, but I doubt I'll get so lucky. In the meantime, let me see. So we don't want to reclaim the graveyard. That's fine. I guess we could kill zombies up to the north, couldn't we? There's a couple more. And a couple more gone. Is there anywhere I should be maybe rebuilding, like change what is built there? Maybe in the future, Okay, so zombie attack, 14% danger. We're just kind of, oh, they broke through. And I was about to say we're just kind of brushing these off at this point. Okay, the helicopter's ready to be fixed. Should we fix it now? Yes, sir. So, we've got a certain amount of time that we're going to have to fix this helicopter. I'm going to just put these 4 on it. That's fine. So it is being fixed. The mission was canceled there to recruit. Makes sense considering that the zombie horde is there. I'm going to leave all our survivors who aren't working on stuff off of stuff, because apparently there is hella zombies at our gate. Okay, 19%. That's pretty damn dangerous. Alright, we killed most of them before they even got to the walls, and the last Judgment gang tried to raid us last night. Okay, so we captured one of the subway tiles, and we can choose to just for free capture the other one, and there's literally no reason not to do this, so we can just say, yeah, go ahead and capture. It's kind of interesting whenever you play on a huge map, because it lets you expand out of that. You'll notice it's not attached to our base, and we normally have to we have to capture things that are attached to our base, so it allows us a second point to expand from. So like I could expand to the west here if I felt like it. Alright, I guess I'm going to go back and kill some more zombies there. I think I might try and, crush these zombies that are to the southwest. Yeah, that's what I've decided to call this area, is the southwest. Okay, killing some more. Do I have... Yeah, my researchers are just researching stuff. At a certain point, I'm just going to start skipping big swaths of days as I don't have anything to work on. But we're still not there just yet, but it's coming. Horde is coming. Okay, we're at 15% danger, 8% yesterday, so that's not that big a deal. At least they didn't capture anything. Horde is at our gate. There was a party last night, and it took 122 of our food, gave us 5 happiness. Survivors were spotted. I'm going to pass another day where we're at 15% danger. Let's see how this pans out. The fort held, And I don't think anybody got injured or anything. Oh shit, the Aussie must have told Logan Hellman about my stash, and now he's blackmailing me for an extra 10 food a day. Could Logan also disappear like he did? Okay. This is kind of a shame because this guy has extremely high stats. But what can you really do? It's got to be done. So I'm going to send him out to kill something. This is the guy who has the cat on his arm. Logan Hellman. Okay. 94% chance that he'll die. Makes sense. Whatever. Has to be done for the ending. So, I'm going to reclaim all these areas, and I'm going to just go about recruiting, I think, a little bit. I'll send, there we go. We're at 42 out of 48. That'll give us 3, so I can afford to do 3 more survivors if I even have, like, you know, enough survivors around. We'll see. Okay, so yeah, this would be 3 survivors, and I'll let that roll. Okay, cool, and we filled up off that 48 out of 48 survivors. Then hopefully that guy will die in that attack mission, and we'll capture that area there. We're good to the northwest, right? Yep, very good. Okay, cool. Things are actually going pretty well for us. Now, I want to keep some of the map because we need it for quests, for endings. If you kind of rush, like, growing your map and capturing everything, then you will lock yourself out of some endings. So, okay, zombie horde has been sighted. Another one right at our gates. Okay, route to the Last Judgment HQ. So we discovered that these subways can actually be used as a path to the Last Judgment's HQ. So, okay, the blackmailer has died. That is very, very nice. And the mission failed, but, you know, we expected it to. All right, the bank. So we've already stashed as much food as we can carry. We're just kind of waiting on that at this point. I think we're kind of good to just keep expanding. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to capture the city hall, and then I'm just going to pause because there's no other areas that are like directly tied to endings. Okay, so we have researched the stealth upgrade. The horde is at our gates. We have 2 bits of unused equipment, probably from those guys who we sent out to die. That's fine. I could have people just kind of build into these, but what would I even build? I guess probably apartments, right? Before we let's see, and farms here. Apartments, farms, until, you know, we try and kill the, what am I trying to say here? We need space, so that we can get our food hoarded for the winter, I think is what I was saying. I don't know why I was even trying to imply we're going to kill anybody. I can't think of anybody who we would even want to kill. So, all our blackmailers and stuff have been taken out. So, 752 zombies died at the gates. Attack the Last Judgment gang? Should we ask the Rifts for help is the question here. So we're getting ready to attack this gang, and should we ask the Rifts for help? Yes. There's never any reason not to do this. The Rifts always agree that it's time to take them out, and it makes it easier for you. So we can start this battle whenever we're ready. We've got zombies at our gates, which is kind of unfortunate. A horde at our gates. Now we can start the attack on Last Judgment from any of our buildings. I'm just going to, there we go, there's 6 people. That puts the danger down at 0%. We absolutely don't want to fail this. I think we're good to go. Let's just go ahead and pass another one. Oh, cool, the research is complete. Lights, toaster ovens, and air conditioning. So electricity just went up, and we get random big boosts from that bonus now, from that electricity bonus. Okay, time to leave this pathetic fort in my dust. I'm going to use the zombies to cause a distraction while I smuggle everything out of here. Should I get started? Yeah, go ahead. Okay, so we took him off of the attack the gang mission, and he is getting ready to leave. I've already put an order in with Gustav for 10 pints of pig's blood. Okay, so zombies are going to be attacking our fort like crazy. It's funny because while we're working on the heliport, we already get attacked by hordes like crazy, and now we're doing escape to the cabin. So I'm kind of interested to see how deadly this might be. And most of our very good offensive guys are tied up in the attacking Last Judgment gang, so we'll see. We're going to have just non-stop hordes at our gates for these endings. So, no, you're not getting your food for Dia de la Muerto. Bloody sabotage. Some freak dumped buckets of some kind of blood and offal all over our walls. The stench is incredible, drawing Zed in for miles. So zombies are coming all, like, we're going to get hit with crazy hordes of zombies while our guy tries to run away. I think we're good. Love caravans here. I'm not going to invest in that. I'm just going to kind of like let things sit for a minute. We built a lot of apartments there, so I could do some hella recruiting. But again, I'm just going to let things kind of roll out while we have, hordes smashing into our walls. 866 zombies. We're at war with the Last Judgment gang. We've been doing well. We've got good defenses set up and been trading gunfire. That's very good. And we got the city hall reclaimed. You want to do one more ending kind of just while we're here? Damn, we're going to get endings into endings into endings here. Another horde approaches. Ooh, anti-zombie signs. Thanks to our research into the zombie vitals, we were able to kill off some Zeds surrounding our walls. That's very nice. Okay, so they attacked. They were at 7%. That's pretty fucking deadly, like relative to 0. Okay, imagine if you went out of your house today and somebody told you that you had a 7% chance of dying. You're like, what the fuck? Okay, bloody sabotage. We've had reports that somebody spray painted signs all over the city saying, I hate the Rifts. Well, the Rifts don't dig it, and their zombie slaying protection... Wait, and without their zombie slaying protection, we're going to be seeing a lot more undead around Richmond. I don't know what the point of that is. I don't understand it, but a horde approaches, and we're at war with the Last Judgment gang. We can see how that's going. The gang made an attempt to break our siege today, so we're like a siege attacking their place. We have it like locked down. They started attacking very hard out of one side to blow like a hole through us, but we actually blew a hole in the back of their fort and let the undead pour in. So they are getting sieged with undead right now. Again, we're going to let this roll for endings. We actually have an ending coming up here very soon, the helicopter ending, which is nice for us. The fort held, very good. What price? Gustav wants one of our women, Soldier Natalia. So you can trade one of your people, it's a woman, to Gustav to join his love caravan, and he'll give you 2 rocket launchers. It's actually a crazy good deal because they're like plus 10 in attack, the rocket launchers. But for the sake of choosing the right thing, we're just going to say no. And she's of course very happy about that because we didn't just trade her into slavery and sex slavery at that. So anyway, take a look at our map. So we don't have some of it explored just yet, and our helicopter is about to be restored. So the helicopter is restored. I love the art in this. I don't know who did this. I don't think it was the woman who made this, Sarah Northway, but I'm not 100% sure. On June 3rd, 2014, the 47 surviving citizens of Richmond repaired the damaged helicopter, letting them escape to greener pastures in another city. What will they find there? So we get kind of like a sit rep here at the end of like how many zombies we killed, how many missions we did, and that gives us a score. But I'm just going to keep playing. So the helicopter was fixed, and somebody took it up on a test flight, and we have enough jet fuel to take 5 people on a one-way trip to another city. That's New Game Plus if you feel like playing it. Anti-zombie science, we've been killing things around. The writing of the Constitution is going well. Brooklyn's insisting we give rights to the zombies as well. Okay, so since we repaired the helicopter, we actually can see all across the city, which is very good for us. I think that is good for the second being, right? Yeah, we don't have to do... Yeah, we're just going to hold off and get a couple more endings. We're at 5% danger. Okay, we just killed the Last Judgment gang. Yet again, another really, really, really pretty artwork here. June 4th, the 52 surviving citizens of Richmond vanquished the evil that Last Judgment gang and put an end to their merciless raids and mistreatment of women. So cool. We killed the Last Judgment gang. We were attacked by zombies, but hell, they're at 2% danger. I'm not worried about that at all. Okay, we defeated the Last Judgment gang, and we get, holy shit, 5 women from that. So some of their subjugated women come and join us. We got an influx of survivors. So basically, every ending gives you like a big boon. So that's really nice. Speaking of which, I'm going to have our guys research some here. Is 10 as low as it gets? Okay, 10 is as low as it gets. So I'm going to just have these guys research, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and research just like pesticides too. Might as well. Okay, we're still at 0% danger. Cool. We'll sit here, and we got another ending coming up at the bank. The cabin ending. So this, again, is one you might not have seen if you didn't play the mobile version. This is a cool ending, too. Xavier Parker betrayed the fort and fled to a remote cabin to live in safety and comfort with his stash of stolen food and equipment. Can he live with what he's done? So we got another ending there. It does consider us to be dead in the chaos. So, so we are out of the fort's like numbers now. So that's kind of like a trade-off. You get a cool ending, but you lose your main character. And he was pretty powerful, to say the least. So that should be the last horde I could imagine that we would have to deal with. And we got most of the endings already, right? Yes. I might go ahead and just capture this to the southwest. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I still have plenty of endings to get. I think we're going to let another day roll by, maybe even 2. I want to see what happens with these hordes. We smoked them this time. Okay, they're asking for more food for the Day of the Dead. Another horde has been sighted. We might just have to deal with hordes to the end of the game. I don't know. I would like to get... Let's see if anywhere we need to rebuild or build stuff out here. We could trade the trailer park to a farm, but I don't want to do that just yet. I'll build all these other like useless places into farms before I do that. We'll go ahead and build up our defenses. Ooh, church. Well, this is... Wait. Okay, it can house 2 people. So that's kind of like an apartment already. I want to build defenses here. I'm just kind of... Again, we're doing like a little look around to see where I should be replacing buildings at and stuff. Okay, that looks to be about it. I am going to go ahead and capture this area down here, similar to what I was saying before, just like having our backs to, you know, a non-zombie infested wall would be nice. And I guess I'll go ahead and take out the office here as well. Okay, so we're at 13% danger. That's not great, but we're doing okay. 25% danger. Now, that's really bad. We got bonus food from something, whatever. Let's see. We're researching pesticides, so that will allow our farmers to produce more food and prevent crop failures. That's very nice. We got attacked, but we also got the government ending. So signing of the new constitution begins today. Church of the Chosen One. Suicide rates are on the rise. The 51 surviving citizens drafted a constitution declaring the city a safe haven for all who desire order in this world. Thus, a new nation was born. So we just got the government ending. We got 15% danger here. We'll see how we do. Okay, another easy victory. The constitution was written. So our bonus for this one, you might not notice it at first, but we now get we're permanently locked at 100% happiness. So we never have to worry about happiness again. Not that we've really had to all that much anyway. So I think I'm going to let more turns kind of roll by for a little bit. The zombie horde has been sighted. Another zombie horde. We built an apartment. Oh yeah, I forgot. I should probably just go around recruiting some people while I kind of can. We'll recruit these guys. What I mean by while I can is like while I have survivors around to recruit, because, you know, there's like kind of like a finite number of tiles in the game. So, okay, there is that. And we'll set these guys up to recruit down here. And one last place to recruit, it kind of looks like. I'm going to do, of course, another look around to make sure. Looks great to me. Cool. We'll let it roll. So the mission was canceled there with the survivors because obviously the horde was moving into it. Otherwise, we were able to recruit just fine. We're going to let another one pass. The research was complete here for fertilizer. So we don't have to deal with like any more crop failures. We won't get any negative effects of crops. So that's very nice. I'm going to kill these zombies there again so I can wrap that area up. Okay, so we can now research actual fertilizer. This is good. Farms will produce 1 extra food. So that gives us a hella huge buff on our food, especially considering how many farms that we have just kind of in general. We got attacked while our danger was at 1%. Are you guys even, or are you zombies even thinking? Gustav comes by with the love caravan. And I think I'm just going to let a couple turns pass. We're close to researching that. I don't even remember what it was. Oh, the anti-venom. Anti-venom actually brings us a step closer to our big research here and the secret research in the laboratory. So I also think this might be bugged because I haven't got this on PC yet. And I remember the last time I played it not working right, which is a shame because it's a big, important one. But we'll see. I'm interested. You know what? Let's do another research here. This should like take no time at all. We'll just put those 4 eggheads on it. A madman attacks, but he gets stopped at the gate. So we're going to pass again. Research has been complete. They're asking for food again. We're going to hold off on that. We're going to research bunkers here. It looks like 5 is the minimum amount of days. Another horde has been sighted. Okay, Dr. Dickhead is excited about our discovery of a zombie anti-venom. If you ask me, he should have been helping to develop it instead of jerking off in that lab of his. So, he's excited for the anti-venom. It moves him faster towards his ending, which is nice. An explosion at the lab. So the professor and his assistant are dead. Nobody's seen him or his assistant for days. Should we investigate? Yes, please do. I'm going to send in... Okay, damn, I only need to send in 3 people. Whatever happened in there, it's probably not good, but we'll know the truth soon. So we'll pass a day. The lab was investigated. He's missing. Wait, was messing. He's dead. He's not missing. Was messing with live Zed in there, and they got loose and killed him and his assistant. We made it out with the doctor's research notes, but they're all in Russian. We'll start translating them right away. So we might as well just kind of recapture this tile. There's no reason not to. And now I'm trying to think. I still don't think we want to... I don't think we want to capture every tile just yet. I still think we want to hold off on that. I'm going to go ahead and build farms, apartments, and stuff. We'll do a note to the right. We're good. I'm just kind of looking where all I could build stuff. I think we're good, actually, inside of our fort. Got a horde approaching. Illness cured. We're passing yet again. I think this should make it so... Wait, is it... Wait. Okay, the research is complete, right, for that food. So now we're getting hella food around here. Also, we researched a watchtower upgrade and killed all the zombies that there were in the laboratory. So I'll start on the rebuild for that. And we're going to research turrets for our bunkers and watchtowers and stuff. There was something else I was just thinking... Maybe about endings. Oh, you know what? The other thing I was thinking, I need to get these guys to tend crops a little bit in preparation for winter coming up. So since I have so many survivors that are just kind of doing nothing, I'm just going to put like a bunch of them on tending crops, which will give us, I think, an extra 1 food, which is good. If I could get up to like, I don't know, maybe, let's see, 68 right now. We're up to 70. So it's giving us +2. I think that's good for right now. Okay, we built another farm, built an apartment. Oh, nice. We can build another apartment here too. Even though I don't think I need apartments anymore since, you know, all our survivors are kind of, like we've recruited most places. So, okay, hospital's been reclaimed. Lab has been reclaimed. The recruitment was a success. So let me ask you, no, we're still waiting on our notes to be translated from German. Maybe I forget, I think we can call Gustav for this, can't we? No, he's selling us a backpack. Okay, whatever. Illness cured. We're just passing a little bit. All this time, that crazy Dr. Dickhead must have been working on a cure for zombieism. He's getting close to a breakthrough. Should we continue his work right away? Yes, sir. Okay, I'm going to put all these guys on researching a cure for zombieism so we can get that ending going. We put our best scientists on the job, so we got 10 days until that's done. Zombie horde's been sighted, and we built an apartment, even though I don't think we need it, but that's fine. I'm going to pass a bunch of days, so we're not going to do the cultist stuff yet. That's going to be like the very last ending. Love caravan, the horde approaches. Okay, and we get attacked. Danger 1%. Yeah, that's nothing, whatever. Okay, we got +75. If I could end with like 5,000 food, that would be really nice. Not end with it, but like get to winter with 5,000 food. We should be just fine. Okay, we got attacked. How close are we on these scientists? We got 5 more turns on that. 1 more turn till we got the machine gun. So that's very good. The horde approaches. Okay, so we are curing zombieism. We'll just kind of let that keep going. The All-Mart Supercenter. Okay, no deaths. Zombie horde sighted. I think we're good to just keep progressing until we get that. Oh, okay. So Victoria DeMarco was bit by a zombie, and they left their zombie bite to fester, and we got the anti-venom in her just in time. So it's like a zombie anti-venom. It's not 100% guaranteed cure, but it works a lot of the time. So now we got that new random event added in. Nice. We just researched it. We can now watch as people who were infected before gradually turn back into human. The citizens of Richmond discovered the cure for zombieism, ridding the world of the terrible plague which had transformed it. Now we can truly rebuild, now that we don't have to worry about zombies. So we cured zombieism. The entire fort has been inoculated, and we've developed an aerial distribution system that should prevent new zombies from being created. That kind of seems dangerous to me. Supposedly no new zombies will be made, which might preclude us from some endings. We'll have to see. Okay, so Day of the Dead. I think that the only endings we have left to do are like the winter ending, capture all the tiles ending, and the cult ending. So I'm just passing through a lot. Our food got preserved. Love caravan. Okay, nothing is happening for a lot of days. I think once we hit like day 180, we should, damn, that's still a little ways away. Day 180, we should get to winter. And I know that this is really boring, but we're actually getting there really quickly. Still asking for food for the Day of the Dead. Love caravan. We'll let that go. I'm a little worried about the zombies. Okay, good. As long as those zombies stay out there, we should be fine. As long as like we don't ambiently kill zombies outside of our fort, we'll be fine. Illness was cured. We're up to about day 155, so we've only got like 25 more days and it should be winter. Oh hey, we got a survivor who arrived. That's very cool. Got an additional survivor. Love caravan. I said 5,000 by the time we got to winter would be pretty comfortable, and I still think I'm right, but I wouldn't mind having more. Okay, we're going to get up to about day, like I said, 180. Oh, level 10 scavenger. I'm sure it's from probably all these people working on these farms. Damn, even 10,000 food would be extremely comfortable. Damn, they keep asking for that Day of the Dead like crazy, don't they? Okay, nothing happened. Dogs attacked. Nothing happened. Okay, maybe I'll roll up into day 200, because it's like 365 divided by 2. I don't know. We'll get up to day 200, and if we still don't have it by then, I'm going to just let I'll cut to whenever I'm eventually in fall. But I want to show you. I think there's like a cutscene going into it. I can't really remember though. We'll see. Day 197, a lot of fertilizer bonuses. Okay, we're on day 200. I will be back in 2 seconds whenever I have fall or winter here. 1 second. Okay, so here we are. I just like ended the day, and then it brought us instantly here to day 2, or brought us to like the winter. We're losing about 50 food a day, but that's like just fine. By the time we get to the end of the year or whatever, like we're gonna be just fine. So Old Saint Nick is here. I created a save file for the beginning of winter because there are 2 different endings that you can get. One where you turn into cannibals and one where you don't. I'm gonna do the cannibal one first. I'm gonna just do all the bad shit here. Like somebody shot a stray dog and they want to add them to the food stores. Yeah, we'll do it. Like I said, we're gonna do the cannibal stuff first. They're asking for food. You know what? Actually, I might just try and get fuck it. We'll just get the Dia de la Muerto and we'll get the cult ending. We'll just kind of do the full Monty here. Fuck it. Pork for sale. So a group of guys are traveling door to door selling pork. All they want is random scrap metal we have laying around. So yeah, sure. We give them scrap metal. They give us food that we need. So the zombies have been killed in the graveyard, and we'll go ahead and capture that in one turn. Big graveyard has been reclaimed, and the church really likes it, of course. So graveyard celebration. Brock Perry had a celebration over here. Cool. Love caravan. No, we'll pass up on that. Nothing happened today. So again, this is going to be another like real kind of waiting on stuff. But okay, the church is asking for food. Hell yes, I would love nothing more than to give you food. Those pig farmers are back, still giggling like idiots. They're selling meat that doesn't look like pig, and she refuses to eat it. Should we trade more scrap for meat? Yes, sir. Dissent against the church. Some people are showing open dissent against the church of the chosen ones. We suspect they're plotting something. This could get ugly. Should we punish them? Yes. Governor Clark and Scotty Stewart were ready for us and resisted violently. We were forced to kill them, and the last resistance against the church ended with them. Rejoice. So we killed 2 people for the church. That can't be good. We're too filled with joy to spend the day working. Uh-oh, this is really bad. Celebrations. Landon Aville left the fort today to join the chosen ones. We are all so excited for her that we're celebrating today instead of working. So somebody just threw themselves into the horde. Francisco O'Neill just also threw himself into the horde. Manpower. Those jovial pig farmers need someone to come help on their farm. They're offering us 30 food for this person. Yes, sir. I don't know. It's funny. The cult endings and shit. Price of pork. John's been acting crazy lately since he's been eating that pork. This guy woke up. and they're like, he's acting crazy, and they have to banish him, but they're like, should we eat him instead? Yes, sir, we'll go ahead and eat him. It's funny, we have plenty of food for winter, but, oh, Victoria DeMarco just killed herself out to the zombies. There's a guy named Bill Child at the doors. He already ate through his bomb shelter's 10-year supply and talks like we owe him something, so he's like a rich guy. Yeah, sure, we'll let him in. He refuses to work and has started stealing food from other people and ordering them around. Should we eat him? Yes, sir. Are you kidding me, dude? We got to go full cult. And it's kind of funny, like, we should have plenty of survivors to make it through the winter, so we're going to be able to get the horrific cult ending. My worst suspicion is true. Those pig farmers have been selling us human flesh. We can't lie to ourselves anymore. Should we trade? Fuck yeah, dude. It's just free food. Are you kidding me? You just have to trade basic human morality for it. Let's see. Another lady killed herself to the horde. I guess that's good. Soylent Green is people. So this lady that we sold, she's like, they're like killing humans to turn them into food. It's like, duh. We've known this for a long time. Okay. Love caravans here. On the bright side, since so many people are dying, we're still doing better on food. But again, food was never really a problem. Hey, we recruited somebody in the midst of all this bullshit. At least now you can kind of see like, why the zombie church is a problem, the cult, because, like, could you imagine if I had like 15 people die, like when I had fucking 30 people? It's like, oh my god, I could have never won this game. Okay, more people are killing themselves exponentially quicker to the horde, which is really bad. I'm a little bit worried about making it to the, cult ending at this point. Okay, we'll see though. We'll see. Love caravans here. Yeah, just keep giving me love caravan. Maybe if I could get that. Oh, hey, we recruited a survivor through our signs. Let's see, 325. Actually, I still think we have more than enough people. So we'll just keep letting our people die here. More celebrations with people killing themselves to the horde. Mission canceled. There's nobody around to finish guarding the fort. So the guy who started guarding our fort all the way back on like day 4 or 5 or whatever, he finally killed himself to the horde. More people dying. Exponentially more people dying. Oh boy. Should we eat the stray dog again? Go ahead. It doesn't matter. We're pretty well at the end here, at least of these endings anyway, and the next ones are pretty soon after it. So if I lose a person every day, I still think we make it to the day 360, or is it day 380? Because now it has me wondering and worrying. I still think we should be able to make it to day 380 if it comes down to it, but we'll see. Okay, another survivor arrives. That gives me a little bit of breathing room, and he instantly killed himself. Never mind. See, 19 days. I still think we're okay, considering that somebody isn't dying each and every single day. Okay, so that's the end of the winter, and that is the Cannibal ending done and over with. The 16 surviving citizens of Richmond made it through the long winter with a terrible newfound taste for human flesh. This was survival at all costs. Damn. Okay, we'll keep playing because we got to get the cult ending. We're back to getting food again, but I mean, kind of. What's the point? I mean, we're cooked already. There's no way to kind of save this other than to just get the ending and, you know, the thing that I was planning on doing. So we've got 12 survivors. At least we got to kind of count down in terms of, you know, how much time we kind of have left as soon as everybody's dead. Illness cured. Well, that's fortunate enough, I guess. Damn, we've got 4% hazard at the gates now. I wondered how soon it was going to be until we actually had to worry about like zombie attacks and stuff again. Okay, somebody else killed themselves on the wall. We're down to 4 survivors. I wonder if they're going to have the zombies actually take squares or not. We're down to 3 people, so probably not much time left. Oh, hey, here it is. I always thought this graphic in the top left was very pretty, the Church of the Chosen Ones graphic. And then, of course, I always think cult robes look cool. So, the last surviving citizens of Richmond attained the blissful state of zombiedom, joining the Chosen Ones who now rule over the entire earth. May they moan forever. Okay, so we can't keep playing because we're down to the last 3 people. So that has been that. I'm just going to, let's see, which one of these is my save? This one here at the top. So now before I like captured this and I gave all that power to the cult and all that shit, I'm going to, over the winter, just kind of like while I'm you know, while I do a cut. I'm going to capture all these tiles except for one, and then I'm going to get to the very end of the winter. I'll be back in 2 seconds. All right, we're back. We're on day 344. I'm just going to go ahead and capture this tile here. The last 2 endings are whenever we capture all the tiles, that's considered another victory. And then whenever we make it through the winter without succumbing to, like, you know, having to like eat other people, like being cannibals. So these guys drove the final zombies from the far corners of the city and secured it within its protective walls. The city was finally safe again. So another very, well, actually a much happier ending. Also, we now never have to worry about zombies or zombie attacks or anything ever again. So we have to get that church cult ending before we get the capture everything ending, or else it won't work right. And we're coming up on 360 days here, so once we get through the spring, we'll get I think it's actually like a much nicer non-cannibal ending. So 360, so it's like what, close to 365, 362. Wow, very pretty kind of spring picture here. Got nice long fields of crops, looks like cherry blossoms a little bit. The citizens of Richmond made it through the long winter despite the constant threat of starvation. They resisted much temptation, and we still ended up with, what was it, 5,000 food? First day of spring. Nice. We made it all the way through. Somebody was bit, but we cured them. Okay, cool. So that has been Rebuild 2. We got all the endings. Really like the endings in this one a lot. I like how they expanded on them from the first one. And I kind of like how they do things in the third one as far as interacting with other survivors and stuff. But that's a much longer Let's Play. That one's coming in the questionable future. I haven't decided when I wanted to play it. I just wanted to play Rebuild 2 this evening. So, yeah. Speaking of Rebuild 2, that has been Rebuild 2, and I hope you guys enjoyed. This is another really fun game. Remember playing this in the computer lab in school a lot, or playing it at home on my own personal computer, or like my grandparents' computer, visiting them or something. So, yeah, really cool. Didn't really talk about the nostalgia element too much, but that's because the game kind of stands on its own. And, yeah, that's been it. I will see you guys all next week. Later!